He's back now with one of our most popular features, Shop with Shai, as CityLine viewers Courtney and Kevin get a shopping trip and a design consultation.
Guys, I really love your great room. It's such a great space.
Thank you.
Nice. I know you guys are having some challenges with redesigning and reconfiguring. What are the big issues?
Just the size of the room and the angles, we don't know how to place the furniture.
Okay, and what exactly is staying, or what are you keeping?
Definitely the couch. It's really comfortable and I love it.
We also just bought the rug and
Okay.
the coffee table, so we really want to keep that.
Okay, so budget rules really here, and I have some great ideas. Let's head out and see what we can find.
Great.
Right.
Guys, I brought you to LT Market. It's young, fun, hip, perfect solutions for your design challenges.
I already like it.
Yeah, I can see a ton of amazing things already.
I am so excited. They've given me $500 to give to you for your purchases
Thank you.
after.
Great.
Now let's go learn some rules and tips for the furniture pieces for your space.
Shai, what do you think about this chair?
So I actually really like it. I think the scale is great, proportion is right, but my challenge with it is the fabric. I think it's too similar to your sofa. Okay guys, I really like this one. It's similar in scale and proportion, but what I like about this is that it has a swooped arm rather than the linear arm, which is a lot softer for the space.
I also think it's a lighter color, which I really like too.
I agree. And Kevin, husband stamp of approval?
I really like it. It's really comfortable actually. It's nice and deep and yeah, it's great.
Perfect. So guys, we're definitely going to need some storage options for the space, something for behind the sofa, and because the fireplace is so large and cumbersome, you're going to need something to balance it on the other side. I really like this piece.
I really like it too, so much so that I actually like this piece as well for the TV. Would that work?
I think this is perfect for the TV.
And I think it's perfect for my gaming console, which will fit right in there.
Oh, I'm glad that there's some drawers so we can actually hide that a little bit.
Boys and their toys, right? Kevin, heads up. Courtney, what do you guys think of these?
I really like this pattern.
Yeah, these are amazing.
I think two of these in front of the fireplace is perfect for some additional seating, and we can use these as inspiration to pull for color and pattern for the rest of the space.
All right.
Let's continue shopping.
Great.
It makes so much sense to go out there with you because for us normal people, when we go to a store and it's just all chairs and furniture, it is completely overwhelming. So do you go do a pre-shop before you bring them in?
I do. I really think that it makes sense to kind of narrow it down for them so that it's not so much to see.
Yeah. And then when you say, okay, I was thinking this chair, are they ever like, no?
You know what? Yes. Yes.
No.
I mean, I'll admit it, but at the end of the day, I have to say I am good. I've never had one client that I've brought something in that they hated in the store and I brought it into their house and they're like, you were right.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
keep that going, right?
Yeah,
So,
it's all about the big picture. I
Yes.
think when they see the individual pieces, it's hard for them to imagine what it's all going to look like together.
Yes.
So, and that's what we do, right? We can
That's
see
the
it.
joy
we
of
can-
your job.
Right.
That's what you do. You can see the potential. You can see the pieces working together. You can
Yeah.
see all of the working parts.
You know, the big thing to remember is when you're in a store, the store ceilings are soaring. They're huge.
Yeah.
The walls are huge. Furniture looks a lot smaller in a store than it would in your home. So
Right.
it's something that sometimes people can't really see.
Yeah. So you'll go ahead of time. You'll pull some of the major
Yeah.
pieces. You'll give them idea.
Yeah.
You walk them through. They tell you yay or nay.
Yeah.
The partners sometimes fight.
Yeah, oh, that's the best.
Isn't that the best?
I love that. That is the
They
best
duke it
part.
out.
I love it.
Yeah.
We're on camera. I'm like, keep rolling, keep rolling. No, it's good. I love it.
We need to see some of that
Love it.
stuff on the show. Okay, let's see Kevin and Courtney's completed room now.
Shai, this looks amazing. It looks so warm and inviting. I love it.
Yeah, this is great.
I'm so glad, guys. I mean, there were a couple challenges in the space, but I think we've really answered each one really well. Let's start off with the space behind the sectional.
Yeah, this was a real challenge for us because it was pretty much a blank space and we just had our dog Penny. We had all of her stuff back there.
Right. So, I mean, we did need somewhere to put everything. I mean, every dog parent knows, and I'm one of them. When you have a dog, it's all about the dog. So this is a perfect piece for this space here. Now, Kevin, let's get into the sectional. This was a keeper.
This is, and I think it looks great now with these pillows. Looks nice and comfortable,
Right.
which is really important.
So the tip here is because it is such a large piece, we've added these fun colors, so we're playing to the size of the sectional rather than pulling away from it. Let's look at the other side of the room. So Kevin, this is also about you because we needed somewhere to hide all your gaming systems in your boxes.
It is, and this works perfect. I think it's great. We've got the TV on there, the console box and everything right tucked in. You can't see it.
Right, and we spoke about balance in the
Yes,
store.
I love the way you've taken the shelf here and been able to balance it with the big fireplace. It looks great.
And you know what my favorite part about it is? That we've repurpose that as a bar as well.
Yes,
Because every
yes,
perfect
absolutely.
living space needs a bar, right? Now, the chairs were larger. They
Yeah.
were a little bit overscale, and you were concerned about that in the store. But now that they're in the space, what do you think?
They look so comfortable, but the true test is are they
The
comfortable?
bum test.
Test
Yeah.
it
The
out.
tush test, yeah.
And they are. I really, really like them. I can totally see myself curling up on here and reading a good book.
Right. Now, the coffee table, you just got this. It
Yeah.
is oversized. What the tip here is when you're choosing accessories for an oversized coffee table, make sure that the accessories are conducive to the size and scale of the piece itself. And finally, guys, you did have some additional seating requirements.
Yes.
So we added those great poofs on the in
Love
front
these
of the
poofs. I
fireplace.
love that they bring a little bit of color to the white fireplace too.
I love everything, and everything has come together so beautifully, guys. Enjoy your new space.
Thank
Thank you.
See, it doesn't take much, just some help from a professional. So, as you mentioned, Kevin won some in this
Yes.
in this sort of battle.
There was-
He really wanted the sectional, and you sort of wanted to take it to another room.
Yeah, you know, it was really big for the space, but, you know, he was a big guy, and when it came right down to it, I was like, I'm not going to win this fight. I was like, okay, fine. I was like, you can keep the sectional in the space.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, me and Courtney went to the side and we're like, okay, this is what you're going to do. So, you know, she has the tips. She knows what's going to happen. But one of the things that we really do need to take into account when we're working with clients, and I mean, you know this, is certain things are just not willing to get rid of. So at the end of the day, as much as we are, you know, trying to convince them, and perhaps we have the vision that we'd like to see in the space,
Yeah.
sometimes we just have to say, you know what, it's your space. I would
have to work
recommend
with it.
against,
You have
but
to
we're
work
going to
with
work
it.
with
Yeah.
it.
Would you
for
ever
sure.
walk away from a job if they were like, I want plaid
I have.
wallpaper?
I have. Have you?
Have you?
I think the important
You were
thing.
like, I can't work under these conditions. No.
This is not in my contract.
This is
no,
not.
No. You know, at the end of the day, one of the important things that I also like to remember, yes, it is your space, but this
It's
is
my
my
space,
work.
really.
It's my work. You know, it's my space, really. So, you know, when somebody comes into the space and say, well, who did this great space for you? Well, Shai did it for me. Well, why is that sofa so big?
Right?
So, yeah.
And
so,
then
you
your
know,
credibility is shot. So
Right?
you want to make sure you can stand behind your work. Sorry, what were you going to say, Karen?
No, I was going to say, you know what? Sometimes, you know, I totally lost my train of thought for a second.
Have you been
Sorry.
in a situation where you
Well,
had
I
to
think that
walk away?
what I was going to say was, you know, if you meet a client, it's the first time you're meeting with them, and their aesthetic is just not, you know, in the same
Right.
wheelhouse as yours, you know, you need to move on because you're not going to be able to satisfy them, and you're not going to be proud
Right.
of the work that you're doing. So
Yes.
I think it's, you know, I always say there's a lid for every pot, and make
Yeah.
sure that you work with people that you're, you know, like-minded with.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always say that about my friends that are looking for a mate. There's a lid for every pot, so you'll find your lid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. But most people, when they are going to go out and look for a designer, they are looking for someone whose aesthetic they like.
Yes. They are.
And that makes a lot more sense because then you know you're going to have this meeting of the minds, right?
100%.
Well, if you'd like to shop with Shai, it's a ton of fun. Send pictures of your problem room to submissions@cityline.ca. And please put shop with Shai in the subject line. We get a ton of emails. This will help us distinguish it. He actually goes shopping with you, so you must live in the GTA. And you don't have to feed him or anything. He,
Unless
No,
you
you
live
do.
in Paris.
You have to.
he brings us
wine
all
and cheese.
snacks.
Wine and
and
cheese
so
is
he's
always
good.
appreciated.
Let's go to break. We're coming up.